Alright, we're back at it on the Polaris Ranger. I have a new spark plug and spark plug wire, and I actually found the original coil for this, the ignition coil. It has an aftermarket installed right there, if you can see it. And I didn't know it was aftermarket until I started trying to price an ignition coil for it, and they all did not look like this one. So, but the wiring diagram shows this, what it looks like. And I just thought maybe there was different variations of it, but again, I was wrong. So let's hook up this coil and hook up the spark plug to it and see if we got spark. So here we go. Nothing. Maybe this coil is bad. So let's hook up the aftermarket one. It doesn't seem to be working. I know the video isn't the best, but I got no spark. It's one, the new spark plug wire I got does not fit into the aftermarket ignition coil. So I think that's kind of giving us a problem. Before this, I was getting like erratic spark every once in a while, and I attributed that to the bad spark plug wire, but I don't know. I'm going to try this again with the coil. Nothing. Here's a better view of it sparking, what, maybe one every 5 seconds. Let's check it out and get through this. Oh no, it's not gonna do it for me, but get a better view. Here we go. There we go. Just very weak, erratic spark, and I still have the aftermarket ignition coil wired up. I cut back the spark plug wire a little bit, and that didn't seem to help. My next step is to, I did it earlier, but I found the original ignition coil, and it still might be bad, and I still might need to get a new one, but I'm going to try to use that here in a second. So now I have the OEM, at least OEM style, ignition coil wired in. And although I'm getting better spark, it's not consistent. So either one, the ignition coil is bad, or two, the pickup sensor, the crank sensor, there's an issue with that. So let's see if we can get this spark. It should be sparking constantly, but it is not. Like I said, at least I got better spark, so now it confirms at least my spark plug wire is good. I have the old spark plug in there. I do have a new one, and we will go with an ignition coil and see where we're at after that. Right now I have the new spark plug installed. I'm putting the spark plug wire on. And I just want to know if it has better spark. I want to know if it kicks off with some carb cleaner. Okay. Well, let's try to put that out. Oh, it put itself out. Good for us. Good for us. Let's try it again. That means we have some kind of spark. It needs to explode in the cylinder. I don't know where my face is right now. All right, let's try it again. Oh. My house already burnt down once. Let's not happen again. For those of you wondering why it's coming out that hole, because I don't know what Polaris calls it, but I have the map sensor. The map sensor goes right there. The manifold absolute pressure sensor. I have it taken out so I could spray carb cleaner in there easily, but apparently it's not working for me. So maybe let's plug that with the sensor, and it's going to have to be replaced, or at least this little gasket, because it's all falling apart. I wonder if the oh, what's up, man? All right, we're back on the Polaris. Right now I am pulling off the flywheel cover to check the crankshaft key and see if that's why maybe it's sparking all weird like whenever it wants to. So we're going to take that off and see what we got. Oh, there we go. Some money shot. Well, the crank sensor doesn't look horrible. I mean, it's not hit or nothing. I don't see any damage to the wires. Let's see if I can get that flywheel nut off, and we can go from there. All right, I got it off video. I had to wedge this pry bar against the transmission and then use my foot on the nut. Oh, it's throwing stuff. Can't really see. It appears that it is not sheared, but I want to get it off and verify, because I've seen some that look like they're good, but when you take them off, they're actually sheared. So we are back on working on the Polaris today. I took a little break from it because it was frustrating me. But now we kind of switched gears, and now we're going to be working on the fuel tank. The fuel tank is filled up with, it was open to the elements, so it's all rusty and stuff, but it's a plastic tank, so it didn't rust, surface rust. It's just a lot of gunk and stuff in there. So I poured vinegar in there about a day ago, and today we're going to be taking this cover off and seeing if we can get the tank off, just kind of clean it up as much as we can, and then we will put it back. And I have a fuel pump for it, but I don't have it here, and we will install that. And there's a lot of loose panels on this. Like, this was just held together by zip ties that were broken anyway. So we're going there's one bolt holding this cover on. And I think there is just 4 bolts holding this tank on. 1, 2, and same on the other side. So it should be a pretty straightforward removal. No idea what that wire is for. Bolts don't seem to be too rusted. They came out pretty easily. These might be a little tricky to get to, but not impossible. If I had a longer extension, it would help. Got one out. The other one's coming out. Take this breather off. Maybe. Oh, it's so hard. All right. Get this thing out. There we go. And clean this. Good opportunity to clean this dirt and muck off here. I got the fuel tank off. I don't know if I don't have a light, but you can kind of see it's not horrible, but it needs cleaned. So we're gonna do that. We're just gonna get some water in there and rinse this tank out, let it flush itself out, and that should be good. We'll do this a couple times, and then we'll install it back. So we'll try to clean the inside and the outside out. Got mud. And after we do this, we'll flush it again. My hand's not really big enough, or it's too big to get into the bottom. This is working. Probably flush it out one more time.